got this.
Camera's live.
Yeah. Camera's live. You got my pulse up hat on, bro. Repping for P.
Repping the P.
Chill. Hello.
Testing.
Hello.
You sound good, Scotty. You sound good.
I sound good. I look good.
You guys sound good. You look good.
Yeah, you sound good. I don't know what's
Mullet popping.
The little skunk thing in the front.
Yeah.
Little
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew. You smell me?
Yeah. I changed my alkaline water from last week to beer this week.
Nice.
I needed a little more taste.
Yeah.
So I got Whalers. It's from Rhode Island.
Okay.
I think it's like Newport or Wakefield, Rhode Island.
Wow. Local
You gotta
beer.
keep the money in the state, right? In the city.
Yeah, man. You gotta invest in local business.
Yeah. I want to say thanks to everybody who tuned in already.
Yes.
And we know it was a little bit long and it's a little tough on YouTube, but whoever took the time, man, thank you.
Yo, we appreciate it. And if you watch the whole hour and 11 minutes,
Yo,
you a soldier. We appreciate you, and we want you on the show.
Yes.
Because if you could listen for that long, we definitely wanna hear what you got to say too. So.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we do have our first guest here today, though, bro.
Yes. We, by the way, welcome to the second episode.
Second episode of the XS podcast.
Of the XS podcast. I'm Manny X.
I'm Scotty J.
Yes, and we got a man's.
I'm Fabian.
Yeah, my man Fabian here today.
This dude right here, man. This dude is how we met.
Yep.
So without this dude,
He's the bridge.
there's no us, you know? I've known this dude for 23-ish years.
23 years, yeah.
Somewhere in that area, man. You know, and bridged the gap and made us all connect. And now it's like, boom, the rest is history, you know? Yeah, man, so thanks for being here.
Hey, thank you for having me, man.
Tell us about yourself, bro.
I mean, I've known you for how long have we known each other, man?
It's gotta be about 15 years.
It's 15. It's more, no?
I want to say Halo 2.
Oh man,
See, and we talked about this last episode, man. We talked about like memory and how certain things remind us of.
such a long time ago, man. But it's funny how we met. Like the same way we met was how you and Scotty met, like through a friend, you know what I mean? Like, through Julio, who brought us together in a sense, you know what I mean? And like, you know, it's like I feel like I'm the Julio to y'all.
Degrees of separation. Have you heard about that?
This is some like math teacher shit, bro.
Well,
or-
it's like this theory that we're all separated from every other person in this world by at most 6 or at least 6 degrees of separation. So
That
like
doesn't
you know
sound like a
somebody
lot.
who knows somebody who knows somebody
True.
who knows, and eventually you would know the whole world.
Like it comes back full circle.
Or something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we were all bound to meet each other in a sense.
Yeah, or like we're all connected, you know.
That makes sense to me.
You know, if you like, who do you know? Boom, and then you ask your uncle, and your uncle knows a friend who knows a cousin who had a wife that
Who got a dog?
who had a dog who used
Somebody
to belong to this
yeah,
person.
they like be babysitting their dogs and shit. Yeah. A little technical, you know. It's only right that it's our first guest, you know.
Yes.
And I appreciate you guys having me, man. Thank you.
Man, yo,
The Kings are born in December. Appropriate shirt.
I was born in December.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, not me. But anyways, yo, do you know like frogs got multiple eyelids, bro? Like, yo, listen, you know, I'm random. I'm just hit you with a random fact, bro. Some frogs got like 3 eyelids, bro. Some frogs got like 2 eyelids.
They got like,
It's like they go in the water,
oh.
and one of those eyelids is so they can fucking keep their eyes open in the water. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if you had a second eyelid, bro. That when you go in a pool or you go in the ocean or something, you can just, boom, you just open that top layer. And it's like
And then you
goggles,
can
right?
see,
It's like built-in
automatic-
goggles, bro.
we're just gonna evolve into that because the water levels are rising, and thus we're gonna need to learn how to swim on the water for food.
So what we got for the people today, bro?
Yo, I don't know. We got a few things. I'm excited about this Thursday, which will be yesterday because we'll be premiering this on Friday. So for those of you that are watching this right now, on December 10th, Cyberpunk is coming out, and I am going to fiend.
What's I don't know about Cyberpunk, bro.
So
What's Cyberpunk?
It's an RPG, which means role play game, right?
Okay.
Which where you play
So,
a
like,
character.
You wear like a collar and she holds a leash type of thing. Oh, like video. Oh, my bad. My bad.
Yeah.
All right, just checking, man. Just checking. I didn't just making sure you know
I like
role
where your
playing.
mind's at, though. I like where your mind's
Yeah,
at.
you're like,
Yeah,
you're like
yeah,
Earth,
yeah.
Earth. I'm a dog. I'm a dog.
Yeah,
The
put the
dogs,
zipper on
dogs
the
don't lick
mouth.
themselves, right? They're just like. But anyways, yeah. All right. So it's a video game.
Yeah, it's this new video
Alright.
game coming out on all platforms. It's
Alright.
called Cyberpunk. It takes place in 2077.
Okay.
It's supposed to paint this picture of a future city, you know, where like it's kind of post-apocalyptic. One of the last metropolises, they call it a megalopolis. You know what I'm saying? Which is
Okay.
like a major city. You know what I mean? Like in the future, so it's like super packed, super dense with mad crazy things, I guess, that are happening. You know what I'm saying? They've been kind of low key about it, but what's really exciting is that Keanu Reeves is in it, bro.
I was just gonna say John Wick.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Does he age?
No.
I feel like Keanu, listen, Keanu Reeves and Morgan Freeman. I feel like Morgan Freeman's been 150 for like the last
10 years.
at least. Have you ever seen him young in a
I
movie?
never saw him without gray hair.
Same here.
True.
Yeah, same like 30 years, bro.
Yeah, there was this one time I have I use the GPS app called Waze. It's awesome. And at one point they had Morgan Freeman's voice. He was like,
Oh, snap.
at the red light, turn left, and I'm like, damn, bro, like he's with me. It was cool. It was cool. Yeah.
Shut up, boy.
Yeah. My bad. So tell us more about Cyberpunk, bro.
I mean, it's more like, you know, humans evolved with machines. So you're like cyborgs in a sense. So it's interesting, you know, because like supposedly they say robots are coming. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they do have robots out now, right? Like you ever seen those little dog-looking ones that can do backflips and shit?
Bruh.
How do you
How
kill them? Do you just like
I
you
know,
just throw
right?
buckets of water on them, or they're obviously gonna make them waterproof?
You need like UV laser like capacity.
I mean, you would probably have to build a pit with like some rocks hanging above. Once it goes in, just throw the rocks in and see, because it.
So like if I'm getting chased by a robot, I go, damn, I really gotta build a pit right now.
I mean,
like in
prepare
advance.
beforehand.
Okay.
You need to put them in a microwave somehow.
Mm.
Somehow.
You just gotta
Or
have
get
a really big
a giant microwave.
giant microwave.
A giant microwave would easily take care of that. But
EMP?
what happens to you if you're in the microwave? You blow up?
I mean,
I've never been in a
it's
microwave.
got,
so I don't
I've
know.
never been in a microwave either.
But like, alright, so an egg. I've never tried it, but like, if you were to put an egg in a microwave,
Like shell or
shell,
cracked?
shell,
Okay.
would it blow up?
I mean,
Or would it just
I'd
like,
imagine
cook
it would.
inside?
I would imagine it would heat up to a degree.
I don't know.
Right?
I
Who's
mean,
crazy enough to try
I've
it?
I've cooked like hot dogs and shit in the microwave before.
And they go pop, pop,
Yeah, they blow up. You ever put the little marshmallow candies, the Peeps? Like they come around Easter time and stuff,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
yellow ones. You put it in the microwave, it just blows up. Like it just gets really, really big, bro.
Snap, really?
Yeah,
Does
so-
does it mean like there's more of it, or is it just
No,
it's
I
like
don't.
puffy and weird?
I don't think it makes it more. It probably like puts a lot of air in it, right?
Oh yeah, like it puffs it up.
Yeah.
I mean, we should put an egg in the microwave and see what happens.
Oh, we might have to, man. Next week on the Excess Podcast,
I'm gonna
microwavable
film it.
eggs.
I'm gonna just film it and put it in the.
Oh yeah, kind of like you did with that
Clip it in.
penguin.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
penguin
I don't
picture?
because then we wouldn't have a reaction. I'll send y'all the reaction and we'll put it for next week. We'll watch it.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
We're
next
gonna
week,
use your
next week.
eggs though. You know, I started getting into to basketball when like Jordan was at the tail end of his career.
Yeah.
You know, and I was young, but like Jordan's tail end of his career was Kobe's beginning, and then LeBron. You know, so I grew up watching these guys like all the damn time. So when I found out Kobe passed, I mean we have a DM, and one of the guys in our DM was like, "Yo, Kobe died." I'm like, "No, that ain't true. We can't believe it until certain people tell us." You know, and it's crazy. Even somebody that you don't know
Can
that
still
passes
have
away.
that impact on you.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
So,
I
you know,
felt
like-
that.
Like we could all bounce tonight. and it could be the last time we see one of each other, you know. So we
Yeah.
don't know. So like, I feel like you have to.
That makes you have to be more present with people and just like make sure
Yeah.
that every moment you're appreciating, because it could be the last. And it's not to live in fear, but to live in gratitude. Almost.
Gratitude.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, man.
You know,
hit it right on the nail.
Going back to the Kobe thing, I got a good friend that we kind of beefed over some stupid shit, you know, and we hadn't talked, and we barely talked that whole year. Like last year, we barely talked, you know, maybe 3 or 4 times, and we had been friends since we were like 10 years old. You know my family, and you know we knew each other's family and kids and all sorts of shit. And once Kobe passed, there was this dude that they interviewed. His name's Jay Williams. He's a basketball analyst. And Jay Williams was like, yo, listen, if you got some petty shit going on with somebody, just squash it, man. And both of us
Facts.
saw that, right? And we hit each other up once we saw that and apologized to each other, you know, because like life ain't worth it, man.
Facts, yo.
You know, that's pretty deep, that meme you posted.
Yeah, man, it hit me too. Like I lost my brother this year, and like, you know, it's crazy because we grew up with different parents, and so you would think it hits you, you know, like less because you weren't together all the time.
Right.
But then like when that reality hits, you're just left there with this like, wow, like I can't believe it, you know, like I had plans to hang out, you know. We had spoken at the beginning of the new year, which is crazy. Like it was already like 2 a.m., you know what I'm saying? I'm home and I get a call from Dre, who's in 3-way with him, you know what I'm saying? So we were like we were calling and just talking, and it was great. And I was just like, boom, suddenly like those opportunities were just like gone.
Mhm.
Or at least from the opportunities that I was trying to create, you know.
Okay.
It was just gone. And it's just like you look around, you really realize that every person next to you is precious, you know what I'm
Facts,
saying?
bro.
Like, especially the people that are like encouraging you and that you love and that love you back. It's just, I think it's the most valuable things we have are those relationships with people, you know.
Yeah.
You see, I have a question. Not to be the devil's advocate, but
No,
like,
no,
you know,
please, man. We welcome it.
How come? I mean, because I'm always thinking like that. I always about, you know, something happens in life, and then it's like it goes out the window. So I feel like it's not just, you know, just thinking about it. It's like, you know, bringing it forth into your consciousness every single morning. Like, hey, we gotta have gratitude. Life is not promised. Tomorrow's not promised. I feel like, you know, it's easy to talk about living that way, but like, you know, how many people are actually living that way? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And I I feel like it takes something major in your life for you to actually realize it. You know? Like for me, I was this punk kid, man. Not like a punk, but I didn't really care about much. I didn't really have a direction in my life. You know, I just lived every day like whatever. I had no future plans, nothing like that. And then all this shit happened with my pops, and you know, and it was like, boom. Now I had to figure it out, and it's kind of like, what am I worth? You know, and you kind of have to figure all that out. You know, I'm blessed that I had friends like y'all around me to help keep me up. You know, I kind of went down a little bit, and you know, and came back.
Right.
You know, but it took some
Took
good
love,
people
man.
around. Yeah, facts.
Took love.
Took a
yo.
lot of people to like stay close. And you know, the thing that helped me most was that I had somebody there that would just listen. Like nobody had to even talk, but I just had to be able to speak, you know what I mean, and get shit out.
Yeah.
You know, and I think sometimes that you know, we just don't understand how much some people around us actually affect our lives, you know, and like even just being in the presence of certain people makes you feel comfortable, you know what I mean? And I think that's major. But you know, and unfortunately some people have to go through tremendous loss, you know, whether it be a human or like
pet.
a pet or even a house. You lose you lose everything in your house fire, and it kind of grounds us, man.
I mean, you said pet. I know you told me personally you're about to get a dog. you
Yeah,
know,
I'm about to get a puppy, April.
Dogs are great.
That's exciting, man. Like, but I mean, I remember losing my dog. It feels like you're losing an actual brother, sister,
Mhm.
part of the family member. Like,
Sure.
I'm sure people who have pets know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I had a 23-year-old cat who died. I mean, cats are different, but
I mean,
yeah, I hear you.
It's the same. It's a pet. You love the
Sure.
animal. You know what I'm saying? It's still alive. It has.
Yeah, we
You
welcome,
can see like that it has
welcome to our
emotion.
family.
Right.
Sure.
And I mean, I think losing a pet hits you just as hard as losing somebody you love. I mean, it's the same love. It's just, you know.
No, I hear you. Definitely, because you give love and you get it back.
Yeah.
And they don't judge you, bro.
Yeah, that's.
You'll be walking around butt naked with your balls swinging and stuff. And the dog ain't going to be like, hey, what you doing, man? Put some pants on. It's like, no, he's just like, hey, man, I do the same thing, except I got fur, like, and I got a tail.
Some people got fur though.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people ain't.
Yeah.
But
But
all right. It's all right.
Yeah, like, no, I feel you, man. They don't. It just, I guess any type of love, really, man. Like, I was thinking
I
about
love
this.
dog meat. What is it? Dog meat? I was
Dog
gonna say
meat.
meme dog.
dog meat.
He
I'm like,
said dog
what?
meat,
No,
but he
no.
fixed it.
Yeah, I was gonna say dog memes, but I meant meme.
You meant meat.
About dogs.
You
I
said-
got you.
Oh, yeah, you
But no, I was thinking about this on my way over here, man. I was like, we value currency, right? Ultimately, we want to get money,
All right. Yeah.
because we can't survive without it. We could. There's some places they do the barter system, and, the world was, this country kind of built on some sort of idea like that, right? But
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But you
if-
need money.
but
and
you
if
need
you want
money.
money, you need money to make money.
and you got to work for it, right?
Right.
So we value, some people value money more than they value, like, love,
Human life.
human
Wow.
life. It's like, I'm working my ass off to try to get money, to take care of my family and all that, like, I got my 9 to 5, but, I'm trying to find other means of income, like, I just started venturing into the stock market and stuff like that,
Yes.
but I'm not trying to make money to be filthy rich. I'm trying to make enough to where I don't have to
Be comfortable.
go work for somebody else, man.
Right.
Why do I mean, I love my job, don't get me wrong, but like, I'm going to work to make money for somebody else.
Mm.
Why can't I
Go to work,
work
to make
for
money.
myself,
Right.
make money for myself? So in the meantime, I have to keep my 9 to 5. It's more like an 8 to 4, but yeah. But anyways, I have to keep my 9 to 5 to make my other stuff. And once I'm good enough, then I don't need to work for somebody else, because time is incredibly valuable.
You ever heard of 9 to 5 funds the dream?
I haven't. It sounds like it's true though.
Yeah, 9 to 5
It makes
funds the
perfect
dream,
sense.
and then once you have the dream, you
Get
reach
out.
your goal. You're good.
That's
Yeah.
pretty deep.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I always tell my students that for your time they give you money,
Okay.
but no matter how much money you acquire, you can't buy back the time you spent to get that money. You
That's
know what
true.
I'm saying?
That's deep.
So that puts into perspective the value of our time. And one day I was sitting home, and I got this studio grind, but I got a career, and I realized that I'm the only one that determines how much money I'm making.
Yeah, for sure.
Some people are complacent with saying, "Oh, I get paid this from my job, so I'm good. I don't have to do nothing else."
Right.
And other people are like, "I get paid this, but I got like another 6 hours when I get out of work." If I put value on my time,
Right.
I could use those hours and make more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just became a thing where I started realizing I can add more value to my time by doing more.
That's where the side hustle came from, man.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
where the side hustle
And-
came from.
But think about it, like, in order for you to increase your worth financially after your 9 to 5, you have to have motivation.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to be self-motivated. But like
Mm.
you said, some people are complacent with, like, cool, I get a paycheck on Friday and I'm good. I
And
don't
I'm
need to do
good.
anything else on my time.
Right.
But if you really want something, you really want to work for something, then you're gonna do it. Like, look at you, bro. You got a damn house.
I know, right?
You didn't just get a house from having a 9 to 5. You
That's
hustled,
crazy.
man.
I did.
You used your time, which our time is valuable.
We all
our
have
time
the
is
same
worth money.
amount.
We all have the same
Same amount of
24
time.
hours, man. It's what you
You know?
do with
It's a
your time.
matter of what you do, exactly. You know, so you really got to work hard. You know, so when you see these people, like, I have I run the operations of a landscape company, and I'm working for somebody else, you know, which I'm cool with, whatever. I'm in the middle of getting my own, you know. But I got guys that work under me, and some of these guys are immigrants from Guatemala and Mexico and stuff like that. And these guys, bro, these guys will work non-stop. I have to tell them to leave because they're like, no, I got to get money for my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To just see some people's, like, ambition and, like, their drive is just incredible. And then you got some people that are just like, fuck it. I'm going to just work at fucking McDonald's half the time, and then the rest of the time I'm just going to do nothing, you know? And they live with whoever so they don't have to pay bills. And, you know, there's just lazy people. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I think it also goes on you know, where you were brought up, what principles were you taught, things like that.
True.
I think that person you're talking about, you know, what if he came from a world where, let's say it was a third world country where they didn't have
Sure.
much, you know, and let's say they were living off of beans and rice that they grew on their farm, in a sense.
Rice
It's
and
like-
beans is bomb, though.
right? And then they come here and they see all this opportunity and like,
Yeah.
wow, like what's going on? So it kind of makes you think things over, like, you know.
Right. And, you know, we're all people. We all got brains,
Right.
right? But we all think differently,
Yeah.
you know? That's wild.
That's true, yo.
It's
So,
we all literally process it.
so like, your brain tells you, all right, I'm gonna fucking run a music studio on my own time.
yeah.
You know? And
Right.
Fab got like 82 businesses. He's always doing something,
always-
man.
yup,
You know
yup.
what I mean? And me, I'm trying to get myself into, like, investing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
we all got the same thing in
Same
between our
thing.
ears, man. You
End
know,
goal.
it's just a matter of how you use it.
I agree, man. Knowledge is power only applied. When you apply knowledge, I mean, in other words, you know, applied knowledge is power.
Sure.
That's deep, yo.
Because think about it, I can tell you, hey, this is how you peel a banana. But if you just, you know, say, oh, I know how to peel a banana, but never peel a banana,
Yeah.
then what's the point?
Or
I
if
peel
you're-
a banana
or if you're
upside
building a
down.
house and you need to like, you know, make sure you got the right frame.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I
Or
mean?
like when you need your floors redone, man, you just hit up Fab over here.
Yeah.
He come in
straight
and-
up.
Man,
And
did
he
all
taught
that.
both of us how to do floors, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
my
saying?
Man taught me.
Knowledge is
We-
power.
We laid that floor out.
Shit's nice too, bro.
That looks really
It
good.
was
Yeah,
cool.
it does, it does.
I didn't know anything about it, and y'all hit me up to slide through. I came through, and shit, I could probably do a floor now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you gotta learn from people, right?
Yeah,
man.
I want some tools for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, babe, you wanna get me this what's it called? The miter saw
Okay.
or the table
Is that
saw?
like the
Either
saw that
one.
you like pull
That you
down?
come
It's like,
down, yeah. I need a miter saw.
You just
the
cuts the
miter saw
wood.
can do 45-degree angles.
Yeah,
and
you
it can
could-
cut at angles and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Shit.
usually used to cut
Flexible.
studs. And then I'm looking to get a table saw too, because I'm trying to build some things, man. I
Yeah.
feel like I got this urge, you know what I'm saying? I see how much people save on like house improvement if they just knew how
Do
to
it
handle the
themselves.
wood, you know what I mean? And I'm like, man, I,
y'all
got the
know
space.
how to handle wood, bro.
Oh, I
but
know how to handle
that's-
They
That's a
just
little
want to pay
different.
for materials, pretty much.
Right.
But knowledge is power,
Right.
you know.
That's where I'm at right now. Like I want to acquire and then apply that knowledge. That's exactly where my mind went. I'm like, damn, I can't wait to get my hands on that table saw, yo.
Now you know.
I'm gonna be like, because now I know how to use it. I got the knowledge, you know
Right,
what I'm saying?
and once you have the knowledge, are you willing to pass that knowledge on to somebody else if they're in need? You know,
Mm.
like when you needed your floor, and Fabian came over and he was
Right.
willing to like tell you how the floor gets, how it's supposed to be put together and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so he used the knowledge he got from somebody else and passed it on, man.
That's
you know what I
facts,
mean?
yeah.
So it's like we gotta
this world, we gotta work together, man.
We do.
I agree with you. It's crazy because I remember showing you, but then I came back a couple of days later and you already had the whole living room laid. I was like, oh,
That's
okay.
crazy,
This
right?
guy
Yeah.
just like this. It's
I was
Yeah.
like, I was waiting. I was like, you know what? I could do this. You know what I'm saying? So like, I
Yeah.
just laid it out, boom, boom, and then I was like, oh snap! Like when you start to, it's crazy where motivation lives, because it can't just spawn, right? I feel like you either gotta spark it through like inspiration, and inspiration creates motivation,
Okay.
or you got to see the result of your own work, and that produces a different kind of motivation. Because when I'm not like the guy that likes to get my hands dirty. I don't really like mechanic stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But I started to find an appreciation for the building, which is a different kind of hard work, you know? Like you still getting your hands cut and things, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But when I was looking at the floor and I saw it all laid out, and I was like, yo, I did that.
That's nice,
And I
right?
saw the picture, the before and I'm gonna put the before and after, yo.
Yes,
Just
you
put
definitely
one. I'm gonna
should.
put the before and after. You can see it,
Yo,
bro, with
facts.
my hands, bro. And it felt powerful. Like I was like, oh man, like that's some grown-ish, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, mine's not to that scale, but I moved last year into like a condo community, and my backyard is kind of like a little hill that goes into some woods, and we had a gutter from the roof that came down, and when it rained, it just flooded the whole back area, and I'm like, the water's got nowhere to go, so I'm like, all right, what if I dug a trench, and I bought this hose that I went around the gutter, and I dug the trench and I buried it, and then when it rained, the water just went through it to the other side, and it no longer flooded. And I was
Whoa.
like, damn, yo, I just saved my backyard.
Nice.
Like, I mean, it was something little, you know, $30-$40, but time, effort, and
Boom.
satisfaction, bro.
Satisfaction.
Feels good,
Feels
too.
good,
It
bro.
does. It's some sort of like, I don't know, it's like dopamine or fucking euphoria
Yeah.
somehow, you know?
Because it was you created it through your thought, and
It's
you
a
put
creation.
It, you went into action with it, man.
And then you're using it, and you're seeing it, and you're like, whoa, I did that. It's
Yeah.
like power,
It feels good.
empowering,
I
yeah.
feel you. It feels good, man. Like your mural that you got out back here.
Oh,
How
that's
many times you go
crazy.
outside and like, damn, that shit's clean.
That is
And you
clean,
did it
yo.
yourself, bro.
And it's gonna be
That's-
part of a music video. So you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like I'm always just looking at.
And all your music videos.
Yeah, facts.
Most.
Most of them are just shot, you know, mostly me, except for my man Dan, who's always like, you know, blessing me. But yeah, that even those things, man. Like the cat and mouse video, bro. That was like a 6 months worth of planning, pretty much.
That
We
was
started
epic.
in January, bro.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that video timeless, bro. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Like, it's so beautiful. But like, we started in January with just like the idea, like, yo, what about if we did something from the 1920s? And then we just kept entertaining silly things. But the silly things, some of them were like, yo, that one's possible. That's actually possible. And then, you know, little by little, it snowballed, bro.
Yeah.
Just like, and it's a matter of energy too. Like time, or I like to say that money is like a physical exchange that they give you for money. You know, like energy is an
Okay.
is an exchange. So for your energy, they give you this physical thing. So money, in a way, represents energy and what you put your energy into. You know what I'm saying? In a physical way for us,
Right.
because that's the only way that we acquire it, is through putting energy into things. Putting
Yes.
time into things.
So
you
our
know,
time turns into money.
which is a representation of our energy. And then what we put our money into is what we expel our energy into. You know what I'm saying? When people put their money into different things all over the world. You know what I
And
mean?
some people are content with exactly how much they're getting.
Right.
So they think like, you got a job for what's minimum wage now? It's like, let's say it's like
I heard
12.
it was 15 bucks,
15? That's a
bro.
lot,
That's,
bro.
I heard it's 15 in Cali.
It took me a long time to get 15.
Yo,
I was getting
facts.
$7.25.
I was not getting 15, and I was stressed
Yo,
at this job.
I worked at Dunkin' Donuts.
dispatching tow trucks.
My first job ever, Dunkin' Donuts. I was making $6.75 an hour, and I was like, "Psh, this is
Money.
nice." You know, but like, when do we set a limit? Is there a limit?
I
There's a
think
limit for some people, right?
I think if we got Bezos, that's about to be the first trillionaire.
Isn't he already the first trillionaire?
He's close. He's close.
gotta
I
be
don't think
close.
he's there yet.
I'm sure that the the minimum wage might eventually come up to like $100 an hour.
That's wild.
But what does that tell you about
Well-
where we'll be? Like milk is gonna cost $5,000.
No, I think you need to
or
set
not-
your worth. Like,
True.
are you? Do you think you're worth $6 an hour? If you are, by all means, take the job. But if you think you're more, then be more.
But
I remember once getting paid $6.35 in a check after tax.
it's crazy, right? But like, think
Wow.
of your.
Wow. And you kept the job?
Yo, I just it was a fast food spot, so I just went and spent the money on some food.
Yeah.
Damn, and you probably still had to pay extra.
I know.
Cause that McRib, yo, I got 2 McRibs yesterday, cause I'm fat, and there was no way I was just gonna eat one. That shit was like $11, bro. But I was like, whatever, you know.
I
It's
do
so
want to try
expensive,
one.
man,
I do
You
wanna
remember
try
when the
one.
meals used to be like $6?
bro. Yeah, it was like $5.99 for like,
A Big Mac.
and they had the crispy chicken sandwich at McDonald's with the tomatoes and the lettuce and stuff.
Oh, they used to have tomato in them,
Bro,
Then
they
they
don't even
stopped.
got remember the grilled chicken.
They
in?
like splash a little
Snack
mayo
wraps.
and they smack a pickle on it.
Smack a pickle on it, bro. That's Manny X's motto, yo.
They be like,
Just smack a pickle on it.
smack a pickle on it.
I used to get a McChicken with a tomato and mac sauce added. If you've
Ooh.
never tried that,
Mac sauce on a
I don't eat McDonald's
chicken.
anymore, but I say go try that.
Yeah.
McChicken
What-
with mac sauce and a tomato.
What
And cheese.
what turned
No?
you off of all
I
that?
need a chicken sandwich with cheese.
Honestly, man, like how I felt, you know, like I would always wake up. I was young, man. I would always wake up tired, and I'm like, why am I waking up tired? Like,
Right.
I'm always playing. I'm always running. You know, I'm always playing a sport, and I noticed though, like since I had a car and free time and being in college, I was in the best shape of my life in college, but I was eating
Skinny.
McDonald's and
You
stuff
still
all the
skinny.
time. And it's I don't know. I just the energy, man. I felt tired, and I was just like, why do I feel tired? I couldn't make sense of it.
Mm-hmm.
Stopped eating it for a little bit. I felt good. I'm not saying. I mean, yeah, it was definitely the change of food, and then I started eating other things. I met somebody else passed down their knowledge to me. I met somebody who was like, hey, why don't you try this? And I tried it, and I noticed a few things, and then I mean it kind of resonated with me because I'm somebody who like, yeah, you can tell me that this is gonna fit in this hole if you cut it this way, but I mean, how are we really gonna know unless I try it or you try it
Exactly.
yourself?
You got to see it for yourself.
So I tested it, and I felt the energy, and I was like, I'm convinced. And then slowly, I used to have McDonald's a lot.
Yeah.
We used to go all the time.
All the time,
Get
bro.
the double cheeseburgers and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
hell yeah.
And
When Taco Bell was only open till like 1,
oh man,
this shit's open till 3 now. That's how long ago we used to go to all these fast food joints
Yo.
after the club, yo.
Oh,
crazy, man.
man.
But and the whole thing with how I felt. As soon as I changed my diet, and a couple months passed, because it takes some time. It doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
Yo, but the
Agreed.
Burger King chicken sandwich is the best.
Yo, the hand breaded one?
Yeah.
I had one of them joints for lunch today,
The
bro.
long one?
With the
Talking about the long one? Yeah.
Oh, the original. Yeah, y'all like the long one. Did you smack a pickle on it, bro?
Oh, man,
Yeah,
I
I always
did.
smack a pickle on it, bro.
I threw ketchup and
Yeah.
mayo on it.
I have an idea for Chick-fil-A to make a pickle bun and call it the chickle.
Yo, I think there's a
Ooh.
place down in like Jersey or something that has a pickle bun sandwich.
Yo,
Like
I
it's
need
a
to
sandwich,
be there.
but
it's in
the
Jersey.
bread-
That's a drive.
Hold on,
Pretty
hold
sure.
on.
Jersey.
Pickle bun. Wait.
Yeah, like the bun.
The bun
is
for the burger is a
is a
pickle.
pickle, but like a big ass pickle.
Yo,
You know?
oh my
You
God,
guys are
this
gonna
be
sit
so
here
good,
and use a pickle for buns,
bro. It's so delicious.
A
I
pickle
already
bun's
experimented.
healthier than a fucking bread bun.
I put it on
Right?
TikTok.
I mean,
Because bread's man made. We didn't just like get bread.
depending what kind of bread you guys.
I get bread.
No. Tell me what bread grows from the fucking ground, bro.
There's actually sprouted bread that's called spelt bread.
It sounds fucking
It's
disgusting.
actually
It's grains. It's like grains, right?
It's sprouted grains, and it's actually delicious.
It doesn't
No,
sound
it's pretty
delicious.
bomb. I'll
You
bring
have to keep it
some.
in the
Damn,
freezer.
man.
I'm gonna bring. They have like
Y'all make me look like a
cinnamon.
bitch.
Like
No.
they got like cinnamon raisin ones. They got like wheat ones, right?
So cinnamon raisin bread grows from the ground.
Nah, they put
That's
the,
my- that's
they put
my
the,
point.
They put the
You know what I'm
raisin in
saying?
it.
I mean,
mean-
pickles don't grow from the ground, but cucumbers grow from the ground. And
True,
vinegar
true.
is how you make
A
a cucumber into a pickle. So what do you feel about like all these crazy diets like vegans?
Man, I've seen okay, I have a friend personally that I know who I worked in the casino with.
Uh-huh.
He went vegan for 3 years.
I don't mean to like point out vegans, but that's just like a major thing nowadays.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I definitely agree. I mean, like, I think whatever works for you. I mean, personally, it's hard. I'm gonna be straight up.
It's
hard.
hard.
It's not
I've been
easy.
trying to kick chicken, bro.
It's
I've
not
been trying
easy.
to put a pickle on it.
Yeah.
Smack a pickle on it.
Smack a pickle on it, bro.
Yo, but it's hard, yo. I did the tofu thing. I will say, Beyond Meat, them shits is smacking.
Yeah, but
What
do
is
you
Beyond
really
Burgers?
do you really know what it is? Though?
I don't know. I have no idea. I can't even believe it's
You
not
see,
meat.
this is why I can't trust that whole vegan diet thing. What is that stuff made of? I mean,
I know
They tell us it's like black beans and
beans and
and-
wheat and
and
stuff like that,
things.
but like the amount of sodium in it is through the roof.
Oh,
You know,
probably,
all right,
yeah.
so there's this place in Pawtucket called Wildflower. Not Wildflower. What you know where Wildflower is, right?
Garden
the
Grill?
What's
Garden
this?
Grill.
Garden Grill. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got this quesadilla from there. It was like avocados, beans,
I've had it.
cheese.
Yup.
Wow, that thing was bomb, right? Then I got the pastrami sandwich, but it wasn't pastrami. It was imitation meat.
Mhm.
I think they call it seitan.
Seitan.
Bro,
Mhm,
that thing
mhm.
has an incredible amount of sodium in it.
Mm.
You know, it wasn't bad, don't get me wrong. I think the worst part was knowing what it was, knowing that it wasn't actually what it wasn't actually meat, exactly.
Right,
You know,
right.
like I went to
Their
my
BLT is bomb. It's
I
not-
went
it's
to my girl's
tempeh.
parents the other day and I had pig's feet soup.
never had that.
It was bomb, right?
Mm.
But I had to get it through my head that I was eating a pig's foot.
Mm.
You know?
I couldn't even have that
But
soup.
see,
I'd die.
bro. I mean, like, I mean, again, to each his own. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, man. I feel like try it out. Try out what works best
True,
for you. Like,
I agree.
You know, be happy too. Life is
Yeah.
short.
You know, I did the keto diet for a while. You know, keto you have extremely minimal amount of carbs, you know, and your body eats your fat. You know, your ketone levels go up, and basically like you just eat a certain way and you lose a ton of weight. I did it. It worked, and I felt great, like amazing. You know, but I love cheeseburgers. I love cookies, brownies.
Oh man, I love
Facts.
cookies.
You know,
Facts.
I love beer. I got a
Mm.
new beer right here. It's called Burley Blonde. It's from Bog Iron Brewery in Norton, Mass. It's
Okay.
bomb. So, just say, I'm just letting y'all know. But yeah, so I like beer.
Do you
and
go to
I-
these? Where do they sell these local?
at the liquor stores.
They just got different ones.
Yeah. There,
wow.
You can actually go to this place.
Oh, where? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just pull up.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I like shit that I guess I'm not really supposed to eat, you know? Cuz like as human beings, we're supposed to live off the land, right?
Right.
So like vegetables, berries,
Mm-hmm. Nuts.
animals, you know? Who was that first guy? He must have been tripping.
Mm.
He was like, "Yo, I'm going to kill this cow." And he kills the cow and goes, "Ah, fuck it, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat him." You know?
I mean, it could have been people back in different cultures. They believe that like you acquire like the spirit or energy of these creatures that you kill, or you know, in some places when you hunt, you like acknowledge that they are giving their energy up so that you can live. So it
Yeah.
could have started as a traditional like spiritual thing.
Sure,
I know in the
okay.
Bible they talk about sacrificing like animals back in the day.
Uh-huh.
So it probably came from that, man. Maybe at some point they were like, we're gonna eat this thing too.
So like evolution has basically changed the entire way we eat. You know, so that's why obesity is crazy, diabetes, like not genetic diabetes, but like, you know, ones that are self-inflicted,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and high cholesterol and all sorts of shit like that.
What does that come from though?
I don't know.
I think
The studies say it comes from meat.
It comes from meat.
Comes
Okay.
from meat.
The studies say. I mean, again,
But we're believing those people that came out with the studies, right?
right. I mean, right. But if you think about it, I mean, if you look at people who have done different diets, let's say we have a meat eater here, and then like if you want to compare them with let's say I think the best diet is a plant diet, as more natural.
Okay.
If you compare them, I mean, you can see a humongous difference. sometimes you can't on the outside, but like I mean, when they do like those deep scientific tests, like attaching
think-
to things.
I think it has to do with the food pyramid that they established as the normal way to eat in the
True,
American
true.
system. They
A sad
conditioned
diet?
us to
Yeah.
have a lot of pasta, which is actually not good,
Right.
right? And then they put meats in the category like you have to have it. It's part of the meal. You know what I'm saying? And then there's
Yeah.
all these, and then they put very small portions of veggies and
A
fruits
half a cup.
to condition so that obviously
You're gonna
the,
eat
the
steak.
population being obese is, I believe, a result in a way of
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, the
Yeah.
miseducation of food.
So
in a way.
ultimately, like, we should really try all of these different ways to eat and see what works best for us. Because, like, a carnivorous diet for me might be better
right.
for my physical body than for him.
Or me, I couldn't do like Atkins or keto
Uh-huh.
because I would have to rely on meats, right? That instead of carbs, and because my body's prone to like gout flares, right, and arthritis, then I can't really go into those and have those kind of meats. So it really is a thing where like there's got to be like, I don't know. I feel like people should be educated on the kind of body they have. Maybe they should they learn a little bit more about metabolism. There's different kinds of metabolisms and the way people process foods. So that would, knowing that early on, if you were a kid or like somebody young, it would probably help that person develop more healthy over time.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? It's like customized to the way your body is, because everybody biologically is a little different.
So, like, we have
Although
to do
that's
our,
not always feasible though, which is the problem.
we have to do our own research
Our due
in our
diligence.
in our own time. That's valuable.
That's valuable.
But it goes, how much do you want to learn? Do you want the
True.
truth,
Sure.
or do you want just do you want to be spoon fed things and just believe it as a truth? You know.
Yeah, which I mean,
Like 3 meals a day. I don't know.
Some people say you got to have small portions throughout the day is better
Yeah.
than 3 square meals.
3 square meals. You should be eating every couple hours, like intermittent fasting in between.
In a sense.
You know what I mean?
but I guess ultimately we have to figure out what's best for ourselves,
Yeah, ultimately.
right?
Right,
To,
right.
you
But
know.
yeah.
To see what gives me energy throughout the day. That's not Red Bull.
Yeah.
Right,
I mean,
true.
it shit tastes bomb sometimes,
Mm.
but
haven't
it's
had Red Bull in
probably
ages.
horrendous for my body. You know what I mean? But you can get energy from vegetables or fruits or natural stuff.
I still don't even know how like I don't know, right? I really like to make sure that I can feel what these things are. So like, what the heck is energy? Like, so when you don't have energy, are you just like dead?
Yeah,
no,
you're
right?
dragging.
Like,
I
you're,
guess, yeah, you're kind of sluggish.
Yeah, exactly how I felt eating fast food every single day. Like I
Maybe I just
didn't
don't
wake up
notice.
recharged. I woke up like, man, I can sleep another 6 hours. You know what I mean? And it's like that's not how it's supposed
Okay.
to be. You're supposed to be up with the sun, right? Up with the daylight, do your things, sleep with the night, in a sense, right? If we're going the regular.
But I'm saying like that. How does like, I don't know, like there's this whole thing about coffee and like that people need it to wake up, right? Like
I love coffee.
I love coffee, and then so I wonder if it's something like that. Like, do you feel it like that with food? Because a lot of people say like listen to your body, right? This is a big thing. Like, oh, you
Mm-hmm.
got to eat food and listen to your body. It's supposed to like tell you how you feel. But like, what do you pay attention to? Because a lot of times I just feel the same way I always feel when I eat. I'm just full and I'm happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then like, is it in the poop? Some people say it's in the poop.
Have
You
you,
know what I
tried
mean?
another way of eating? And like, how did you feel? Like, have you tested it? You know what I'm saying? Like, have you
But that's what
tried
I
it?
mean. Like, what do you mean when you say how do you
So, right-
feel? Like,
so- so-
at what point am I supposed to check in with myself? Is it like 8 hours after I eat? Am I supposed to check like
No.
this is how I'm feeling after that meal? Like, where does that time?
I think it's a few months by being consistent, in a sense.
Oh, so I have to live a certain way and then see how it
Yeah.
feels.
I think
I
they say
believe-
like 21 days is like a routine.
Habit
right,
forming.
right. You start a
habit
routine,
forming, right? Yeah. So maybe it's a month or two after you start eating a certain way. But
Mm.
I mean, you got to be pretty strict about it.
Mm.
Yeah, man, it's
You
like
know,
working out.
You can't really cheat. If you cheat, then you cheated yourself.
Yeah, true.
So if you're trying to do an experiment, you have to have a constant
I mean, but a lot of people say things again, just like they say the Simpsons, tell. Like you know, like I'm just saying, just throwing that out there.
8-hour podcast.
I mean,
The conspiracy corner.
I mean, just think about it, man. Like not to switch topics, but we're gonna switch topics a little bit.
Nah, it's
Like
cool, it's
all
cool.
these metallic monoliths popping up, and then the Simpsons had an episode about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like
Years
a
ago.
long time ago?
Years ago.
years
Come on,
ago,
man.
and the Simpsons also had
And
an
it was in the
episode of Donald
desert,
Trump.
like just like a Utah, like literally the exact color stone, and it was like these monkeys that discovered it.
Yeah,
Maybe aliens and monkeys.
Or maybe we came from a species that was the result of an alien that made it with a monkey.
So why are we?
Ooh.
Yeah, because we're like genetically with gorillas, we're super close, right? What's it?
Yo.
It's like 98% or
That's why we're part human, part being. Like the human is the Homo sapien. That's that lineage of like we all have stand on 2 feet, whatever, and we're hairy and whatever. And then there's the being, which is like that conscious being that like is beyond
Okay.
the skin or whatever.
internal.
You know what I'm
It's like
saying?
internal
So-
and external.
Yeah, and it's really fascinated with the stars for some reason. You know what I'm saying?
So, yo,
It's like
what
it
if-
calls us home.
what if the creator of the Simpsons is part of that like shadow government? Like, the government
Came
that's
from the future
above our
They're-
government
they're-
that kind of knows Area 51 and all that shit. What if dude is like privy to all that information, man?
What if at the end of
And-
The Simpsons, the last episode is that like one of the Simpsons leaves in a time portal to come back and start The Simpsons?
Oh, that would be some
Welcome to the
Inception.
conspiracy corner.
right.
Yes, the conspiracy corner. I might need my phone for this one. We're gonna talk about it, but let me pull up what's happening out there in this crazy world.
Everything, man.
crazy,
Spread
crazy
love when you
world.
can spread love, though.
Yes, you
That's
have to
important.
spread love. You gotta. So there is something happening very special on this winter solstice. All right, winter solstice, if you don't know, is when there's more hours of darkness than there is daylight. The opposite happens in the spring with the vernal equinox.
Okay.
All right.
I think today's sunset was a minute later than yesterday's sunset.
Okay.
So it's starting to change around a little bit. So this is
Nice.
probably a perfect time for this whole crazy planet thing.
So there's apparently there are things happening in the skies, right? And there's a very rare thing that's happening on December 21st. Now the conspiracy is that the conspiracy lives in that the Mayan calendar was dated to end on December 21st, 2012. Do you remember where you were that day?
I don't, but I think the Mayans were dyslexic,
All right,
bro.
so
I
check
think
this
it's
out.
supposed to be 2021.
Well, they were,
Hey, what if it
no,
got
so
switched
check this
around,
out. So here's the conspiracy. The conspiracy is that the Mayans, first off, they were the ones that implemented the number 0 into the mathematics. So before the Mayans, 0 was an actual concept in math. That's why Roman numerals and Greek math, they all start at 1. There was
Okay.
no concept of a symbol that would represent nothing until the Mayans came along. And the Mayans, astrology-wise, they were the most advanced civilization at the time, to the point where their pyramids would actually create shadow animals on those special days, like the first day of spring, the first day of fall, the first day.
shit.
On each of those days, the positioning of the sun would create snakes and different creatures with the shadows, at
Damn,
specific
they're
hours.
super intelligent.
So they were very calculated on angles.
Yeah.
Is
right?
that why they made the temples? All the temples.
All
with
the temples
of-
are they're the positioning, the actual angle of their positioning is designed so that on a specific day, the shadows that they cast like reveal things. You know what I'm saying? The most popular one is that there's a staircase and that this snake appears on the vernal equinox, which is
From
the
a
first day
shadow.
of spring, right? From a shadow. Oh no,
Wow.
yeah. And so the winter solstice is just one of those special days where there's it also has to do with the angle of the earth turning a little bit. So at this point, this is like the furthest it turns before it starts to come back, and then we get more daylight in our days, right? So the Mayan calendar was created before, if you think about it, right? When the Mayans were around, we were or the world was going by the Julian calendar, which didn't have the months July and August. And then the Gregorian calendar was implemented, which added these months. You know, for Julius Augustus Caesar, like they added those 2 months as
that's cool.
because of him. So those months added days to our year in order to help represent the leap year better. That's the whole thing. It's like they're always trying to find the most accurate way to account for the leap year. So that's why these changes have been made according to, you know, what I've read.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, 2020 is a leap year, so fuck the leap year.
Well, check this out. So apparently, if when people were saying 2012, December 21st, 2012, they overlooked the fact that they were still operating under the Gregorian calendar when they should have been operating under the Julian calendar, meaning that the years were actually off 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Putting us at the doomsday or the end of that cycle on the 21st of this month, 2020.
Oh,
So the
gosh.
conspiracy is that
That
there
we
was
all gonna
actually a
die.
miscalculation because of that oversight.
I don't think we're all gonna die. I mean,
I don't think it's at the end of the earth is happening. But check
But
this out. There also happens to be something incredibly rare happening on this particular winter solstice that
Okay.
hasn't happened in over 800 years, and it seems to be something that rarely happens. Like there's something called a conjunction, right? So what I've learned so far on the net, which of course
It's
is
our
always
questionable.
suspect.
It's our information.
It's always
source.
questionable. Don't trust the net. But for the sake
Facts.
of conversation, right, what I've learned online is that a conjunction is what they use, like space people, the word that they use when objects in space appear to kind of get behind each other, like stars that appear to merge. But it's not that they merge because they're far, but it's that they're just like joining, aligning from our perspective, right, from Earth.
Okay.
Right? So the Saturn and Jupiter, right? The conjunction is set to happen on the 21st. And now Saturn and Jupiter, they conjunct every 20 years or something like that, every 60 years. But this particular year, their conjunction is going to be within 1 degree of separation. Funny, huh, right? It's going to be within 1 degree off, which is going to make it look like another star, like another sun in the sky.
Oh, wow.
All right, which is something that hasn't
That's pretty
happened.
crazy.
And it says here 800 years. I mean, it's happened multiple millennia in the past. You know what I mean? And the conspiracy is that this star is going to give people 20/20 vision. It's going to open up their I want to say their mind's eye in a way, and it's going to reveal, the celestial bodies are supposed to reveal something to us. You know what
Is
I
it
mean?
kind of ironic? 2020 vision.
Right.
Is it kind of ironic?
I don't know, man. There's no coincidence in my mind.
I don't think there's any coincidence. I think that it's all been kind of prepped, right? And then, I mean, who knows between now and then what could happen? But these celestial bodies are supposed to reveal, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's just the wonder of, like, wow, look at how bright that looks. Maybe it's just a little star and that's
Okay.
it. But in the past, the other accounts that there have been, you know, multiple accounts recorded. One was in 1623. The other one was in 1589. There's an event called the Carrington event that happened in the medieval times, but it's been hundreds of years since it happened. And one of the times, apparently, that it happened was when Jesus was born. They call that star the star of, I think it was
Bethlehem.
the star of Bethlehem, which was the star that the Magi's used to guide themselves to where he was located.
The three
right?
kings.
The 3 kings that were like people that
Is
came
that
in.
like that's a holiday too, right? The Three Kings. That's coming
It's a
up soon?
holiday in like Spanish countries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a January 6th or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I used to celebrate in Puerto Rico, and we would put grass and like shoe boxes for the camels. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
my girl's Puerto Rican, and they celebrate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't celebrate that.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
I
Guat,
haven't,
so-
I haven't heard of,
but
of
You're
celebrating.
Guat, and you're part Mayan, bro. So
Exactly.
you're
I am
part
part
genius,
Mayan,
low key
so
genius.
I
Create a new calendar for me, man.
going off of what you were saying, man.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about this whole thing? We got the doomsday. We got this star of Nazarene that's supposed to appear. And then, you know, if you think about it,
So,
you know what I'm saying? You get deep into it. You could think about 3 days after the 21st is the 24th, which, you know, midnight becomes the 25th, Jesus' birthday. Who knows what's going on? I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I mean, man, it's tough. I mean, you really don't know until it happens, right? But I've heard different things. I've heard what you heard, that your powers are gonna be, or people are gonna have like visions.
I heard something about gases in the air, too.
Yeah, I heard.
I'll give
too.
you some gases in the
I
air.
heard- oh,
bro.
please don't.
Make
No.
y'all die just sitting next to me.
Oh God.
That's that spicy chicken sandwich from Burger King.
And the ribs.
I heard the same
McRib.
thing, man. Those gases. I heard that you need to eliminate the metals from your body to not be affected from those gases. Again, I heard your third eye is gonna be awakened, and you're gonna have all these.
My third eye awakes, bro. We into some fucking problems. We into
telekinesis.
to
or
Pornhub.com
things like
or
that.
something.
Oh God.
Supposedly, people are gonna be able to like unlock abilities or
Dormant
things
within them.
dormant within us. And
Oh,
many
okay.
people. So it's gonna be like the 2020 vision is gonna be like a thing that happens within the world. I want to say,
Wow.
not just like a couple people that know about it.
Think of Flash when the reactor went off in Flash, and all these people got all these meta powers. It's something like that, except not to that extent.
Another extent where you're gonna be able to.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
I mean, it'd be
isn't
cool to be like Flash. don't
but-
get me wrong.
isn't power like what so many people seek? Don't you
Hmm.
think that if we're able to get one of these superpowers, it's just gonna be fucking chaotic?
Yeah,
I
because
don't-
with great power comes great responsibility, just like in Spider-Man, man. I mean,
I don't-
Marvel Universe taught us that one. You know. what I'm
Listen,
saying?
I don't think 2020 needs
It's
any
true.
more bullshit. Let's just get out.
Mm.
Let's get out to 2021.
Yo, but check this out. If you had to go outside,
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
Alright,
Going
go,
on
go, go.
2021, bro.
jeez, here we
You
go.
just brought The Simpsons back, man. In that same episode,
the monolith episode.
I don't know if it was the same one. I'm sorry, but like on the same like concept,
Uh-huh.
they had an episode where it said January 21st, 2021. They predicted all this ballot stuff going on.
Oh, I heard of the
Which is
ballot.
technically
on
the
that-
day after inauguration.
Right, and on that, guess
Ay,
what?
Dios
Guess
mío.
what? Homer was on the roof like this, and there was robots controlling.
I
the-
saw a clip of that shit
Hey
recently.
man, hey, it's The Simpsons.
Oh,
I
the
don't know,
day
man.
after, they
Dude,
already got
I'm-
they already got the dogs, which could be like, hey, you can't be outside. We got dogs patrolling.
Imagine if those dogs had
Robotic
tasers attached to them.
dogs.
damn, bro.
I'm just saying it could. I've seen Terminator, so I already seen the extent of where it could go. This is just the beginning. This
Yeah.
is where we can still have a, you know what I'm saying, just some kind of way to influence that future.
Yeah, I'm telling
But
you, the creator of The Simpsons, he knows some shit
Yeah, you know
that we
something.
don't know.
Mm.
This shit just don't just happen. Like
Or
Fab
he
said,
got
it's
informants.
coincidence ain't real.
He must have informants.
So hold on, that brings me to
Facts.
time travel, man. What do you guys think of time travel? Talking about the conspiracy corner. I mean,
I think it takes a whole lot of energy to get there, and so we're not there because we haven't found a limitless supply of energy.
Okay.
So until we can create energy that shoots us to an equivalent where we can match the speed of light, which would mean we would be able to like
We'd be really fast.
right.
Yeah.
And then maybe we could think about like what time travel is. But right now, I don't even know how that would.
So
yeah,
how
no,
would you
you're right.
create a portal between the other time?
I mean, I think
that-
we'd have to get the creator of The Simpsons in here and be like, hey, man, how do you know this stuff? You know?
So here you go. Scientific shit aside, if you had an opportunity to time travel, would you pick forward or back?
Interesting.
That's tough, right?
That is pretty tough.
I mean, if you go back, you must want to fix something you did in the in the
I think it
past.
depends on where you are
Right.
in your head, yo.
Yeah,
But
I
if
agree.
if you go back,
'Cause I wanna
you
go
don't
forward.
get to come back to now.
now.
Like if you have one choice, you go back, you stay there, and you ride all this shit out again. But with all the knowledge that you got,
Or you change it.
Or-
I mean,
yeah, you could change your own path, right? Or you can go forward and you can miss your kids' lives, all sorts of shit like that.
Flick.
You know, I think if people had to pick, I think that would be an incredibly hard decision.
I agree, man.
Because if they're like, oh, yeah, you can go back to fucking 1995 and you can live 10 years and then when you're ready, you can come back to 2020, like, that's not cool.
That's not cool at all.
But
I
it-
mean, again,
But if you had to pick, I bet you that would be
Well,
a
if
fucking
we
gut-wrenching
had to
decision.
pick, then who says that you're not that person right now?
Damn, yo, conspiracy corner took
It's
a
getting
turn.
deep right now, man. It's getting deep right now.
Yeah, you like it like that, bro.
No, I like that. I like that. I think honestly, like, why go to the future? Like, if you're
It's-
just gonna waste the time you got.
Sure,
If
but
anything, you might as well extend your time by going
But
back. You know
what-
what I'm saying? Like,
but wouldn't you extend your time if you went forward?
oh, interesting.
Because like
'Cause
I'm
if-
30.
But would you come into the future in my actual body?
Yeah, I don't. I guess if you time travel, would you really?
Yeah, no, I would go to the
Would you
future.
age as well?
If I still, let's say I have another 50 years in me, if I could live these 50 years in the future, I would fucking.
So like you could
Hold on a
just.
second, hold on a second though, but you're missing all the knowledge you would have learned that 50 years to get you to where you would have been 50 years from now.
True.
In the future.
Or I would have died before I got there. You know what I'm
You
saying?
never know.
But if you go back to 1990, that's 30 years. You got to live the next 30 years. And let's say I'm 33 right now. If I go back to 1990, do I stay the same age or do I go back to being a 3-year-old kid?
Oh, I know. And in this, have you seen the show Umbrella Factory?
I heard about it. I heard it's pretty dope.
You guys gotta watch Umbrella Factory.
You need to, especially
No,
because of
Umbrella
number
Academy,
5.
though, isn't it?
Umbrella Academy. Sorry, yeah, Umbrella Academy.
Oh, you know what? I think my girl watched that shit.
Bro, it
That's,
actually fucks with your mind with this whole time thing. At first they fuck with time, and then they fuck with time in another level, bro. There's like an overseer of time that like it has like an operator that can plug you into different moments in time so that you can like get things done for the CIA and the government. You know what I'm saying? So it
Jeez.
gets pretty deep. You know what I mean? But
Crazy.
That's pretty wild.
they have a time operator, they call it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And they have agents that can pretty much like come in and out of these realities through doors that they've established. I don't know. It's pretty cool ideas.
It makes you think if that's real life now. I mean, you never know.
Right.
Art imitates reality, right?
Art imitates reality, and we're not always told the entire truth. So maybe there's definitely technology that we are not even privy of right now. We have no idea that it exists. We just think it's in movies, and it's probably already real.
Yeah,
I agree
You know
with
what I
you
mean?
100%.
And there's probably things beyond what we've even imagined in movies
right.
that is probably already out
But
there.
I
There
think-
probably is a Wakanda.
Forever. Is Chadwick Boseman's there?
Man, I
Yo.
mean, tribute to
R.I.P..
him, man. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
We actually had a conversation recently about like how the military has all this equipment before humans, like not humans, but before like the general public know about
the
it.
easiest one, I remember seeing people on screens, phone like FaceTime,
Yeah.
long before we have FaceTime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like long
P.
before.
Diddy and Biggie's music video, they had a FaceTime. Remember that?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
And
going
no,
back
but-
to Cali, I think it was.
And I remember like
I'm sure soldiers had it. You know what I mean?
I used to watch Inspector Gadget growing up. You ever
Oh,
watch Inspector
snap,
Gadget?
I used to
yup.
love that show, man.
Where his daughter was Penny, you know, and he had a watch,
Mm.
and they could talk to each other through the watch. And now my fucking bougie ass got an Apple Watch, bro,
Mm.
and I can talk to people through my damn watch.
That's nice.
That's crazy.
I need that.
Yeah.
You guys just made me
Need
think
that.
of what if we're creating the future with you create, you know what I'm saying? Creation.
Yeah, like these Star Trek folks and these Star Wars folks, like what's valuable about that is that they imagined a possibility that gives us some direction. It's almost like, where do we take the future? How about we start with the flying cars from that show, right? Like it's almost like they helped imagine a possibility, and now we're fucking around with it. Like I really want to get in a hyperloop. I think that's something I actually want to experience when that comes out. You know about the hyperloop?
I don't.
What's
Bro,
a hyperloop?
Yo, it's a train. It's a subterranean train
Oh, okay.
by Elon Musk, similar to you know what I'm saying.
Oh shit! Yeah, I heard it. It's like underground.
And it's kind of like air. It's
You're
like air pressure.
You're
It's
supposed to
kind
be
of
able
like
to go to like from LA. You're supposed. They say like you.
Boston to New York in a half hour.
Yo, that's insane because that
Boston
should
to
take
New
like
York in a half.
that should take like 3.5 hours
That's
to get there.
that's 3.5 hours car. That's at least an hour and a half plane.
They better have a good cleanup crew. 'cause There's
Half
gonna be a
hour.
lot of vomit.
Facts. But think of all the
People
shit.
gonna be like,
Think of all the shit they got.
we're here.
Face melting shit. Oh my gosh, that's wild.
The
But
hyperloop.
think about this: all these people that are creating all this shit, they got the same thing between their ears, bro.
Mm.
They got
They
the
just
same
spent
brain.
mad time.
They just
What do they
use their
know?
own time.
Mm-hmm.
you
And
know?
it's a lot of people, which is another thing about energy. If you got one person doing something, there's only this much energy. But if you got 10 people working on the same vision, that's more energy, more people putting energy on it, more gets done, more gets built, you know what I mean? So these people that are building this Hyperloop, that are, you know, like building these visions that Elon Musk is having, I find it like really dope when you can get a group of people together to really build something, you know?
Work together for a common cause, man.
Right.
But
the energy that's put into it,
Yeah.
is what builds it.
You can do more with others than you can by yourself, you know? It's kind of crazy.
It
It's
is
like
yo.
every successful person really has somebody else with them, right? They might be behind the scenes, but you can't do everything by yourself.
Every successful person has a team. Most definitely, man. I don't think you can do anything by yourself. I mean, personally, how can you? I mean, you only have 24 hours in a day. I mean, you need
Like,
somebody's help.
We wouldn't have been able to do this if Fab wouldn't have been like a team and then a team
Yeah,
and then boom, we came together and it's
Agreed.
a federation, you know
For
what I'm
real.
saying?
for real.
No, you're right, man.
Takes a lot, man. That's why you got to surround yourself with the right people. But what people don't realize is it takes a while for you to figure out who those right people are.
Yeah.
They also say you're the average of the 5 closest people to you. So
That
choose
makes
wisely.
sense. Yeah, so
Oh,
like
that's
if you got
interesting.
5 people talking about partying and going to the club and shit like that, well, guess what? That's
That's
what
what
you're
you
going to do.
about.
Yeah. No shit.
In Spanish it says, "Dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres."
Yeah.
I don't know what you said, yo, but that shit sound cool.
I was trying to get into that Morgan Freeman vibe. But
Yeah.
It went more into like
Like, hey, way.
hey, we. Yo,
Man, so what you think, man? We getting close to
I think we Gucci, man.
to a little wrap.
Yes, we appreciate you.
Oh my gosh.
We appreciate you making
For
it this far
sure.
with us today. My
Yeah,
name is
man.
Manny X.
Yo, I'm Scotty J. Thanks for Fob over here coming through, man.
Thank you for
Giving us
having me,
some
man. Appreciate it.
Crazy,
Yes.
crazy
Good talks,
knowledge.
Yo, and keep an eye on the Simpsons, yo. Like, y'all really need to wake up. Like, they putting it in the cartoons.
Right in your face,
In
man.
the cartoons, yo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
December 21st, I'm just interested in seeing what's going to happen between now and then. You know what I mean? I hope it's nothing happens, you know what I'm saying? That it's just regular. But if some wild thing starts happening next week, right?
What are you gonna do?
That and the whole thing is my where I conspire is that they're not gonna want us to have 2020 vision. So they're gonna tell us something's happening in the air that we shouldn't be outside, so that we could avoid seeing this thing. You know what I'm saying?
So maybe like this whole pandemic,
It's gonna
and
get
how
worse
it's getting
and worse.
crazier, and
It's
they're
getting
like,
worse.
you can't go outside.
Yeah, interesting. You know
Dun,
what I'm saying?
dun,
I'm
dun.
just
Damn, yo.
saying.
Next episode.
Next episode. God bless y'all. Be
Yes,
safe
yo,
out there. Be
thank you.
safe.
Take care.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Peace.